Have you ever stood at a crossroads, wondering which way's the right one? Should you turn left or right, turn around or keep going? Not knowing which direction to go can be unnerving. And that's why we have road signs. When a traveler becomes lost, all he or she needs to do is find a street sign at the corner. Often just a word is all we need to give us direction and to get us back on track. On the day of Pentecost, the local church in Jerusalem stood at the crossroads of the known world to proclaim the gospel. There were thousands upon thousands from all over the world for the feast in Jerusalem. And the first church in Jerusalem used this opportunity to obey the command that Jesus had left with them, which was simply spread the word. The result was the church grew, people believed, and lives were changed. And it wasn't because these men were perfect or did anything special. It wasn't their words that brought about the change, but it was the word of God. Not only were they able to proclaim the truth, but people from nearly every tribe and every nation were able to take that message back home with them. If Indiana's the crossroads of America, then Indianapolis is the hub where it all comes together. 800,000 people come and go in this bustling city of the Midwest. And there are 1.7 million in the suburbs around it. Certainly this city is a field white to harvest. And during the Super Bowl week, approximately 150,000 more people will cram into the city limits. 85% of these people will come from another city in another state all across the U.S. Our society is full of men's opinions, ideas, and convictions. Religion, philosophy, and speculation have taken center stage. Well, what about what God says? There's an overwhelming need for the world to receive a word from God. And this February, just like so many years ago on the day of Pentecost, God's people will have a chance to give the word of God to anyone who might need it. The objective is simple: spread the word, tell the city, and reflect God's glory. Come stand with the churches of the Great Lakes region. Come stand with this city. In order to keep our eyes on the north, we must keep our hands to the plow. Is God leading you to a crossroads in your life? How about being used by God to reach someone else at theirs? Romans chapter 10 and verse 17 says, "And so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of God." For lives that are falling apart, all they need is a word from God to get them on the right track, to turn their lives around, and to finally find forgiveness. Come join us as we plant the gospel in men from across the country. We reach out knowing that His word makes the difference. In February 2012, the Crossroads of America will become our chance to spread the word, tell the city, and reflect God's glory. Not because of who we are, but because of who He is. So pray for the Indianapolis Bible Project and keep your eyes on the north, for God is doing great things.
We were made to be courageous. We were made to lead the way. We could be the generation that finally breaks the chains. We were made to be courageous.